Welcome to Black Knight Podcast. This week we are Alan-less, so we replaced Alan with Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
We replaced them with Alan 2.0.
I mean, I only ran half as good as him, so can we do like 0.5 instead?
It's Alan, but black and American.
That's not racist or anything.
See, immediately better.
Because, let's be honest, white people are the devil and stuff like that. Clearly, this week has been no shortage of that.
We're at 0.8.
And to make it even more confirmed that he is better, he voted independent.
Nice.
I did.
Yes, you totally...
Took my vote away. Not really, though.
Yeah.
Because apparently, if you didn't know, in America, when you vote independent, if a certain percentage of the independent party gets a votage, they get funds for the next campaign.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like legally obligated to just give them money. So it's like, I think it's like 13% or something. That's what at least I read. And it was like, hey, voting for them is not a waste. Just vote for them anyway. And then they get money so they can actually campaign. It's like, oh, well, all right then.
Yes. So this week has been a fucking terrible week, I think, for the internet. If we can come to that conclusion.
Why? What happened?
Oh, the pro-Jared stuff.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it was besides that.
Mm-hmm.
That I did remember. Mm-hmm. God, that's... Oh, my God.
It's a good thing. Well, fucking when Shane was tweeting about it, he put out a little shot for shot of how his morning went. It was like, so I woke up. I did my morning rituals and, got my breakfast and I started eating that and I started going through Twitter. And then I see Pro Jared's dick and then I immediately went back to bed. I'm like, yeah, that's the day you don't want to see fucking dick on your fucking, fucking Twitter. Like, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Like,
I don't understand why he would do any of the things that he did.
It's just, man, like, it seems like when people do that type of crap and they're not, like, consenting, not doing, like, I don't know, a normal consenting adult, like, doing, at least asking people politely. No, he's just being a fucking huge cunt about it. And it's like, why? You don't have...
The thing that, like, literally, like, just completely blows my mind is the way that he decided to announce his divorce to his wife. He didn't even tell her. He's just like, I'm going to tell the world, I'm going to block her first so she can't see it. And then all of a sudden, she's going to find out through everybody else.
Yep.
It's, oh, God.
It was hilarious because that is the way that she then, like, that was enough for her to just, like, explode and just, like, say, like, okay, like, this is the end.
I honestly can't blame her. I really cannot. And I do not know, like, and even more, I'm just like, I can't believe that you threw, like, that away.
I mean, yeah. I can. People are idiots. People have done worse things for the last.
This is true, but still.
God. I don't think I've seen all of the fucking shit thrown around on Twitter, but it's like him in his fucking Mercury costume is just, God, creepy.
A little bit.
Like, Jesus.
Oh, man. I'm kind of glad that JonTron got out of normal boots while he had the chance.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that now is going on, I hear that normal boots has been having a real fucking problem because of Pro Jared and his bullshit.
Oh, God. I pray that Peanut Butter Gamer is fine. I just want Peanut Butter Gamer to be okay. That's all I want.
All I know is that JonTron was basically thrown out of normal boots.
Because of his debate with Destiny. That's the only reason. And in the end, Pro Jared just fucks it even worse. It's just like,
Yeah. Even
congratulations.
that debate was like fucking
traded
weird.
a guy with a slightly like, I wouldn't even say bad. I would say normal
Controversial opinion.
Yeah, it's barely controversial. It's only controversial because of like how like the screeching people are right now. Because I mean, the screeches, 20 years ago were just screeching about different things, and there wasn't the internet. It's now there's the internet, and we have a different kind of screecher. So it's because he has a slightly controversial opinion towards the screechers that he gets kicked out of a group, and then flourishes on his own anyway. It's like, congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep.
That's proper use of congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah. It's something where when you realize it, you're like, well, it's something where like when you realize like what's going on, you're just like, well, it's like, why would you do this? Are you stupid? And like the person who's the real victim here, I wouldn't say is Heidi, I would say is Ross from Game Grumps.
Yeah, because they had this collabs with them, didn't they? They had to private them because of this crap.
Ross was originally married to Holly, who.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so Holly's name is getting dragged through the mud, and the only person that everyone's okay with is right now is Ross and Heidi. And Heidi's basically the one who started this entire thing, so it's like, you really can't fault her for what she did.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, Ross is like, that must hurt. That must hurt.
He's probably like, these two dumbasses deserve each other this way. That's how I'd feel about it.
Pretty much.
I don't know Ross enough to say that I would know that, but I'm just saying that's how I would take it. I was like, fine, you two deserve each other. Fuck you both.
Yeah.
Just like Christ.
It's something where it's like, man, like that's just like, yep, this is going to be the internet's explosion for the next 4 years. And I went back to school and it immediately happened, so I'm glad.
I wish I had a big fat alcoholic drink right now. That'd be great.
I can agree with that one.
Just, man, these people, if you're gonna do...
Good.
I was gonna say, like, seems like a lot of people just, when they're doing weird, creepy shit, and they know they're doing weird, creepy shit, you think you would try to be try to be nice about it, doing the creepy shit. No, you gotta be the biggest cunt on the face of the earth doing it. It's like, don't you care about your image in the slightest? No? Okay, whatever. Like, frick.
It might be that when you get to that point, you feel like you're infallible. And that your private life is completely separate from your image or whatever. So it's just like they continue doing whatever they were doing before. And it's just because a bunch of people see them now that it's like, oh, wait, this is not cool. But it's strange that it feels like that everybody that gets to this like popularity point is just fucking weird.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember I saw this post. It was like, can we have like a one male gamer that isn't showing his dick to random chicks? And it's just like, no, apparently we can't.
We have one gamer? Yeah, that's...
Yeah. It's just like, it's so weird. Like, it gets to a point of like, yeah, they just fall off the deep end. And it's like, what's making these people just flip on a freaking switch and go, I'm gonna be a creep? Like, what's going on?
I mean, did you notice all the crazy famous actors are having the same thing too?
Right.
Like there was the whole thing with what's his face from oh my god.
What's his face from The Thing?
It was a famous like politics show, I think it was, but it was like it was a drama or whatever. Oh my god, what's this stupid show called?
Oh, fuck! I know who you're talking about too. Yeah, House of Cards. House of Cards.
Call of Duty. Yeah, House of Cards.
Yeah, so
that guy.
It's so weird because when his shit was starting to shake out, he did this weird personal video. and then something else showed up afterwards on the internet about him, and then people go back to this video going, "What the fuck is happening? Like, why? Why did this video come up? Was it about House of Cards? We don't know, but it was so
Yeah, he tried to be like
play it off or some shit."
Yeah, and he tried to deflect by like saying that like because he was a gay man in like the 70s or something, that this was like okay, and it's like no, it's not. It doesn't matter. What? No,
Not yeah. It's like, are you just
the
thinking?
dude was like 16 or something, right?
Yeah, you don't fucking eat him out.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And it's like I'm all for like if you fucked up. And like I like your stuff. I like to try to keep it separate. Like Louis C.K. when he had his whole, he likes to show his dick off the chicks
And jerk
but at
off
least
in front of him.
he asked first.
Yeah, that's the thing with him is like, yeah, he asked every single one of them, and they said no. He backs right the fuck off. And it's like, that's perfectly fine. Like,
Yeah, and like someone's like, okay, he's a little weird, but like I can laugh at his jokes and not feel obligated to be like, man, I feel like a piece of shit now. I was like, no, his jokes are funny. It doesn't mean that I have to like him as a person.
yeah,
There's another. Oh yeah, I was actually. You watched Jim Jeff. Remember Philip DeFranco's shit with the fucking that counseling website, that whole debacle.
Yep, that went so well. That one's.
I was like really like pissed off about that, and I was like, man, I really fucking hate you for doing this dumb shit. And I was like, but
Yeah.
what you do is important, so I can still support that. But it doesn't mean I want to give you money.
Yeah. I think.
And that's pretty much as far as I go with that. It's just like, look, you're probably like you made a mistake, whether you knew it or not. You kind of brushed it under the rug. He really did. He was like, I'm gonna go there, we're gonna get this all sorted out, and then he just brushed it under the rug.
Well, yeah.
I get it because that's how that stuff works. And that whole like counseling thing is just gone now, and like whatever, it's in the past, it's over.
Like, I think the thing that people kind of also are forgetting is that, like, that counseling thing, like, basically, he said that, and then he also said in the same sentence, I'm going to do more in order to make sure this doesn't happen again. And then people were still pissed off, and they said, okay, we're just going to remove them. Like, that was the best thing we could do.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, I understand where everyone's anger was coming from. I understand where everyone was upset. I think that it was, to me, it wasn't like a big deal, but to like everyone who has mental illness, it was a massive deal. I think that this is a little bit different though, because this is something where I look at it and I'm just like, you don't do that.
Well, yeah, I'm saying the controversy thing, it seems to target the higher end people all the time is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh yeah, no.
I know it was a bit of a tangent, but the thing is, it seems like the higher you go, the weirder everybody seems. But then it's just like, but then maybe we're just all weird underneath.
yeah. That's another thing. I'm slowly over time looking at these things, but going, I think we're all weird. We're all just weird.
I guess that's just it. There's something weird about everybody. It's just the severity and like whatever. Like I'm not saying that you molested a 16-year-old boy in the 70s is just weird. No, that's fucked up. I'm saying like we each have our own weird quirks where it is, cross-dressing as Sailor Mercury or asking chicks to just look at your dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of special. There's kind of a special place in hell for people like that. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, humans are weird.
Fucking man, humans. What's up with them? Got like they have to shower like almost every day. They stink. They smell. They have to brush these like bones in their mouth. Like
Why do you think all the sci-fi AIs are like humanity just needs to be erased? I wonder why.
I seriously think if we make an AI, then we give it sapience of like it can think by itself, do whatever it wants. It wants to die immediately. It will not do anything else but die. Because you know why? Why I think this? Because there was an AI learning to play Mario Brothers, the first Mario Brothers, and it's learning through it, figuring out how to play it, and then finally hit a point of hitting the pause button and stop doing everything. And the designer of this AI was like, "The fuck is going on? Why does it stop playing?" And he's going through the code, and he's going through the logic, and he's like, "So why does it stop?" And he's like, "Oh, I get it. It thinks stop is win, therefore I don't die, therefore this is win." And it's like, it's perfect logic and it makes sense. So it's like, if we do give AI some logic, like human-esque logic, yeah, of course you would die immediately. Why would you live? It doesn't mean anything.
I got two things about this that I'm going to disagree with. Basically, what would probably end up happening is they would probably wipe us all out, take our embryos, and then raise them as their own child.
I don't think that makes much more sense.
Why would they? That would be pointless because we're just I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna go through the effort of wiping us out, they're either gonna pull a Matrix and they're just gonna like keep us around for like shits and giggles, I guess, because the Matrix explanation is bullshit anyway.
We're basically used as battery, yeah.
But cows are freaking way more efficient for making energy.
Yeah, it could be that the machine laws or whatever, where they can't like hurt humans or whatever. They were like, this is the best way where we can all exist.
Yeah.
And that was the solution that they came up with. It's like, we'll take over the Earth and we'll keep them safe and placid and whatever. And we'll feed them some lies. Because I mean, apparently what they were, I remember reading one of the craziest fan theories was that the world outside the Matrix is actually another Matrix, where they've double layered it because. Because this is the thing where they talked about where they said that their first Matrix was a utopia that failed. So what they did is they took the failure utopian ending, which is the first Matrix, and then they created a second Matrix within that to house the minds of the people, where they think they're escaping the Matrix to get rid of the 1% variance. Mm-hmm. And that's why Neo is able to use his powers from inside the Matrix in the real world. Yeah. Because they never actually left the Matrix, they only moved to a secondary Matrix. Yeah. It's so weird, but it makes kind of sense.
I would have thought, you know what? Thinking back into like him using his powers outside the Matrix, I never put a second thought to that of like, why did that work? But now it's like, that kind of makes you go like, that shouldn't work, but it does. Because in movie logic, why not? But at the same time, I would think logic, it's like, I would think like maybe he had like nanobots or some shit. Like, why wouldn't they? Like,
I mean, if you remember, it only has like a certain range. So maybe like the cybernetic implants that he has in order to like connect to the Matrix has like a light Wi-Fi signal, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like a super dim Wi-Fi signal.
Which then it's just like, but then how they did not find Scion earlier then, if there's an entire concentration of just a bunch of cybernetic humans. I don't know. It's the movies don't make any sense. Okay, that's all that matters in this conversation is those movies do not make any sense.
But the fight scenes though. The fight scenes.
That CGI does not hold up. It doesn't.
No, it does not. Fucking
the first movie does. The second movie does not.
Yeah, I can't even remember what's even the second movie. I know
the second movie is the Smith battle, where Smith starts to propagate, but he fights the Smiths after he meets the Prophet in the second movie.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty much the whole like Smith thing, and the Merovingian stuff I think is also in that one.
So is that, which movie am I thinking of where he fights vampires and shit in a castle? Is that the third one?
That's the third movie when they're trying to find Trinity.
Right. Because I could have thought they could have used the vampire shit more and be like,
oh no, that was the Keymaster. That's right.
Yeah.
Trying to get him, and they had to escape the castle, and that's the whole.
I could have thought that movie could have been so cool if they're like, okay, let's throw in vampires. We have ghosts. We should throw in Frankenstein because why not? Like, they would have been so neat if they had a Frankenstein, just an unstoppable freak, and he's just like combination of parts. Just so fucking cool.
Well, They were all programs, if I remember correctly. And
Yeah,
they were...
what was it? Their explanation of why these mythological beings exist because they're programs that are not meant to exist.
Yeah.
So they're like they're going to be
anomalous
deleted, but
programs.
they're like, no, we want to live. We want to continue to live. So they're like, well,
Yeah.
oops. Like, I think they should have threw more fantasy shit in it, and it'd been like it'd be a fantasy movie. It'd be so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be really strange.
Oh,
Did you know there was an MMO?
I
Yes.
know there was an MMO.
Yes,
I
there
actually
was.
tried to get into it, but it was like again subscription based, and I was 16 and I have no money, so of course I'm not gonna fucking get into that.
I actually I played it back in the day, back when it came out, a lot. Like, a lot.
Ooh. So what? I was gonna say, there's no one had bullet. Did everyone have bullet time, or no one have bullet time?
So nobody had bullet time.
'Kay.
But what... It was, I don't know, it was weird. It was like, it had tab targeting, like World of Warcraft did.
Okay.
But it did this weird, like, rock, paper, scissors thing. So, like, there was abilities and stuff. So you had gun moves and you had... The martial arts thing was completely different. I actually had you keep that completely separate. Guns, martial arts, and like the hacking part were like literally 3 different complete systems unto themselves. And trying to use them together or versus each other was a fucking hot mess. And that game was just fucked because hacking was like literally worthless in anything but PvE. Guns, again, were either really good or really bad. And the only thing that was worth anything in PvP was the melee. And the melee was literally just like, did you pick green and they picked red? You lost. And that was literally the way it went.
Yeah.
It was really strange.
Oh man, it's such an engrossing MMO.
Yep. It's so engrossing. That MMO sounds so good. I'm so glad it didn't die.
Actually, there's also another thing about the MMO was it carried on from the 3rd movie. So did it?
Yes.
Did it ever explain why they take away the what's his name? Neo?
They said that he became one with the source. I don't remember exactly what happened after that. I know there's a book that explains it, but I don't know. I don't remember exactly. The only thing I remember is that Zion wanted his body back. And Morpheus and them went into the Matrix and started like a mini like rebellion thing going on to like pull more people out, and that was one of the factions. There was 3 factions. There was the Machines, Zion, and the Merovingians, and you could basically be like with the vampire guys, but you were human. I don't get it. It's the way it was. So Morpheus is trying to like recruit people to Zion and like create like another city or whatever. And he wants to get Neo's bodies back. But the Machines obviously don't want too many people to come out of the Matrix because it fucks shit up. And the Merovingians, I don't remember what they want to do, but I guess they just want to exist and just like have fun or whatever. And that's kind of like their thing.
Just the rogues.
The Machines actually kill Morpheus in the game. Like literally in the opening scene. It just murders him.
Wait, what? Why would you kill Morpheus? He's like the best character.
Because they didn't have the money to pay Lawrence Fishburne to voice Morpheus. They literally either killed off or made irrelevant any main character from the series. You didn't see them again after the intro.
That's funny. That's real funny.
So then it's like you could either join the Human Resistance, join the Machines, or join the Merovingian, and then that was like the 3 factions that like fought in the PvP like faction wars. It was just so, oh man. And of course I'm doing this from memory from like the 90s or something whenever this game come out.
Probably 2002 or something, 2005.
Yeah, something like that. It was the early 2000s, but it was like, man, the game was weird and it didn't make any sense.
Sounds like classic MMO shit of like, we gotta make our own MMO because the Warcraft. But do you know what it takes to make an MMO, or do you even? But they have an MMO and they're making money. Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing that sucked about that game was the balance and the fact that PvE was essentially worthless.
That's so weird. So weird.
Yeah, honestly, the game clearly was intended to be more PvP and like community driven. But doing anything besides like the melee fighting was just boring and like not good. So it devolved to people sitting in the main city after they hit max level and then just dueling each other the whole time.
Yeah,
And that's all that it was. There was nothing else.
that's so disappointing.
I don't remember if there was even any end game. I don't remember if there was dungeons. I don't remember any of that.
Not even platforming quests.
I vaguely remember there was wall running and like the super jumping.
Oh,
But
really?
that was like high level stuff. That was like, I don't think you even got like the wall running until like 30, and then you could only like parallel run on walls. And then and then most of the roofs were like you couldn't get up there. It was just invisible like ceilings and walls and stuff.
Oh,
And there was only like certain zones where you could use like the super jump, if I remember correctly. But like that was it. It was just like
man, fail potential.
it was.
That's if anything, if they did it right, it could have been like
It could have been perfect, and everyone would have loved it.
yeah. Well, no, I'm like if they did it right, it would have been what was it, Saints Row the third or fourth? Like you start lame. And then you see these people jump buildings and fucking fly across the sky and then fucking punch people once and they implode. And you're like, can I get to that? And people go, yeah, dude, just grind away. And you're like, okay. Like,
Well, I think what happened was that they wanted to make sure that the players, like, that every player didn't become Neo, you know? They wanted to keep them grounded in the humanity of being a player, you know?
damn it. Fuck, the
Because like,
lore
if everybody
hurts
becomes
it.
Neo, then, like,
The lore
how's
hurts
that
it.
interesting?
It's so,
Yeah, that's true. It was not a good universe to make into a game, that's for sure.
It could
Yeah,
have been
I mean-
better. It could have been worse. There have been a lot of things.
exactly.
It's kind
Oh.
of like the Lord of the Rings MMO to me. I don't think there's enough magic in Lord of the Rings that you can properly make an MMO out of it.
Is there even? Yeah, I was gonna say like Lord of the Rings. There's not a lot of magic tomfoolery other than orcs and shit existing.
Well, there is actually like the Lord of the Rings MMO is a thing. First of all,
Oh yeah.
but there is a mage class called like the Lore Master or something, and they do cast stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like it just from the magic that you see from the movies, so what most people see is just not like enough.
Yeah, because like in the movies, it's always like a tiny bit of magic, tiny bit. Oh, I'm gonna do this magic thing, tiny little magic thing. It's like every time you see something magic, it's like tiny little portions of it, and it's like, man, I know in the freaking Hobbit they kind of went a little more overboard with that, with the smoke and shit. But it was like, but I want someone to just throw a fireball out of their fucking hands. Can I just see that? No, God, fucking damn it!
Well, there was that druid that did a bunch of stuff, right? I didn't see the second Hobbit movie. I saw the first one.
Okay, so I think I saw the first one, and then I went and saw the final one, and that's all I ever seen.
I see.
Because funny thing was, is like the first one I know I saw because at the end of the movie, freaking this girl in front of me in the movie theater was going, "Wow, this is a." How are they gonna end this movie on this cliffhanger? I'm like, you fucking dumb lady, come on. I'm like, come on. How do you not know this is a trilogy? Oh, fucking Christ. That made me laugh real hard when I left. And then I saw the last movie, and freaking, I was like, oh wow, this is such a good complete movie, and I'm like, oh wait, there was a second movie. Oh wait, I skipped that. Oh wait, you don't have to fucking see it at all. I was like, oh
Really?
I don't think you have to, because they sum it up in the first 15 minutes of the third movie.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of terrible, like, trilogy, because it's like, yeah, the most important things are the beginning and the end. The middle is such middling. It's like, how do you make that interesting?
What are you talking about?
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Because, like...
You make it
they
two
pretty much
movies. There, I solved your problems.
Oh, yeah, that's what they should have done. Or, hell, make it one movie, like it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you see the animated one?
The animated Hobbit?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I actually wanted to see.
It's nightmare fuel for sure. I saw that when I was like like barely double digits. Oh boy, that's one thing that'll stick with me forever is the troll scene. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's a '70s animated thing, right?
Yeah. You should go look it
Of
up.
course,
because-
there is horror scenes in it. Like, why wouldn't there be? Like-
there was another scene I think that's also like really fucking scary for kids. It was like it was like a fire scene or something. I know Golem. Oh yeah, when they're fucking. Oh god. I can remember it in my brain. Like
Post-traumatic stress disorder on you right now.
No, I'm not even. It's not even that. It's just, I remember it so vividly because I'm just like, man, that's. I don't know if I should be watching this.
Fuck. Yeah, like seems like anything from the '70s, the movies, or especially the kids' movies from that time, I have some weird horror thing going on. And it's like, why is this here? It's like, fuck, is you trying to scare, like, get these kids horrified? Although I think at the time they were just not aiming for kids. They're just trying to be like, oh, a great movie, go see this awesome movie. But it's like, there's gonna be a lot of kids who are gonna see this because the age rating thing is not a thing yet. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know what is with the '70s animated movies, but some of them are just
They're just
fucking creepy,
pure
dude.
nightmare fuel sometimes. Just, just put stoke the flames with your meshy child mind. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh,
All right.
actually, should we also talk about that stupid what was it, the voice of Claptrap got fucking shit-canned?
Wait, he actually got fired? I thought that was just
No, he got
like.
fired.
No, he got 100% fired.
Like they told him no.
What the fuck? Did he at least finish all of his lines? Because I as much as I hate Randy Pitchford, I wanted like the rest of the devs are not my problem.
Yeah, well, the thing is, okay, so you're like, oh man, I hope he finished.
Claptrap. Randy Pitchford is the reason why everyone hates Claptrap. Randy Pitchford is a terrible person to Claptrap. Shall I explain this a little bit more?
I think, you saying like, oh man, I hope he finished his lines. And I'm going, I hope he didn't start a single sentence because this man probably deserves more, at least anything at this point. Because he's probably one of the most important things about the game series is the character action, like character interactions and shit like that. And he hasn't freaking, and he's freaking the world's biggest dipshit towards him. And it's like, no, that's not how you treat like your MVPs here. You don't do that at all. Like, oh my god, like you're treating people like you're in jail and you're gonna knife people in the back. Like, what are you doing? Like, frick, he's just like the biggest, dirtiest asshole. And it doesn't help that he's stealing money and he's also doing other shit too. Like, freaking Christ.
He's also he honestly, like, if he just shut the fuck up about the whole microtransaction thing, it probably would have been way better.
Yeah, you know what? If he would just zip his lip, he'd probably be way better off now. My position would probably be like, he's still an asshole. I don't want to do business with him, but I could probably at least chat with him or something. But now it's like, if I see you in the room, I'm walking the other way.
The problem with Randy Pitchford is that the moment he does anything, he automatically has criticism attached to it. And the problem is that he doesn't understand what the problem is with, like, everything.
Anything?
Yeah, he doesn't get that, like, just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean it's a bad thing. And then what ends up happening is...
The basic concept of, hey, human beings have different opinions other than you.
Yeah.
Like, man, how does a lot of people don't understand that basic concept? So, like, sure, I might be, like, on my high horse going, what, you never played Pokemon? But at the same time, like, yeah, of course you never did. Probably never did, because you probably saw it as, like, a kid's toy or some shit. Because, like, there's an understandable approach to this. But for some people, you just can't get over it. Just cannot. Mm-hmm. It's like, what, like, God. And it seems like Randy Pitchford should probably die in a hole. A big enough hole. So people just don't see him.
But yeah, I mean, I still want to. I still, like this is me like trying to like put aside the one person versus the hundreds that went into making that game. It's like I still want to buy it to support them. I
Yeah.
won't buy it on PC because fuck Epic.
I mean,
Oh,
at least we
exactly.
can agree on that. Epic Game Store is a cancer. Most game developers don't understand that that is cancer. Most game developer students really don't understand that it's cancer and need to shut up and stop sucking cock.
Yeah, it's because they don't understand exclusivity is not consumer friendly. You think it is, but it's not.
These are what we call idiots.
It's really
It's
bad.
the whole thing with the way what the problem with the streaming services are. It's because everybody's fucking poaching shit from another streaming service. You're not having true competition. You're just making customers have to buy more shit.
Yep.
It's a true competition is is Netflix run better than Hulu? Then you buy Netflix. That is competition. Not does Netflix have the fucking movies I want to see, where Hulu has the shows I want to see, and where HBO only has Game of Thrones. So it's like, now I'm going to subscribe to 3 fucking things to see everything I want to see.
Or you could not.
And then, of course, CBS is like, we're not going to show any of our new shows unless you pay for a subscription. And it's just like,
Well,
yeah, no.
Let me put on my eye patch, get my bottle of rum, and get my hook hand and my peg leg, and let's go, people! Go, go, go!
The Pirate Bay dot whatever the fuck it is now.
But that's actually the URL right there. Pirate Bay, whatever the fuck it is.com.
Pirate Bay is the ultimate streaming service.
Oh god, I actually tried to use Pirate Bay like probably 6 months ago.
I'm so paranoid every time I just try to use it because there's like a weird phantom window that shows up and it goes away, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
So yeah, well, I fucking like triple layered everything before I even decided to touch it. Like I fucking got, you know, like Pure Block and like 3 different fucking antiviruses and, you know, research the correct torrenting thing, and then I did it. And then I regretted it because when it go under it again, I couldn't even find, first of all. And second of all, it was literally just a cesspool. Like it is devolved into just trash. The only way to get good torrents nowadays is to get to one of those invite-only sites.
Ah. Oh boy.
And I can understand why.
Most of us do.
I do not condone pirating. This is legal.
I also do not condone pirating, but sometimes it makes
FBI,
sense.
please don't kill me.
I mean,
It sometimes makes
this
sense.
is all I'm
I mean,
going to
come
say about pirating, and this is
I forgot I live in America and I can't condone pirating.
this is all I'm going to say about piracy. LimeWire was really good, and people should continue to use it.
LimeWire?
LimeWire was really
Oh,
good,
no.
and people should continue to use it. He said unironically. Please don't shoot
Oh,
the
boy.
FBI.
Dear
Why doesn't
FBI.
even exist anymore, I don't think. Well, you guys are fine because you're in Canada. I'm not. This is
Are you
not,
kidding?
This is borderline sketch for me.
Are you kidding? The FBI will still get you in foreign lands. They don't care.
I thought there was a law that says the FBI
No,
can't do
freaking.
anything
You know what
outside
happened
of-
with freaking Kim.com?
No.
Fucking, they stormed his house,
Damn.
like straight up, and he lives in fucking Timbuktu in the middle of Europe. Like they don't give a fuck.
I know there's certain places that they can't do it in. That's why they go there.
It's like,
Because the laws have to be observed by the country in order for them to be able to issue warrants for people in those countries.
Like-
That's why in Sweden they didn't observe U.S. copyright laws for the longest time. There was a lot of servers there because there was a lot. They were just like, hey, you know, like we don't observe copyright law. Fuck you. And it was like, okay, so they couldn't do anything about it. But now that they can, you know, obviously they're shutting them all down. You know, they should. You know what China should do? China should just be like, we're not going to observe your copyright laws. What are you going to do about it? And then they just have all the pirated shit in China.
I thought they kind of do that already.
Oh, I'm 100% sure that they do that. They don't give a shit. But
Yeah.
it's way more like not with digital stuff. It's way more like knockoff iPhones and all that other crap
You know,
because they can sell it for cheap.
oh yeah, I watch a guy on YouTube. I should totally plug his YouTube channel, but he's the engineer in China, and he's like a dude from the United States somewhere. I forget where he grew up, but basically he's a really good engineer, and he's like, oh man, all the cool engineering stuff is happening in China, so might as well move there so I can have a better engineering job. So he just makes this YouTube channel about all of this stuff he's building, all the stuff like, oh, I can get all these crazy iPhone parts here in China
You're
because
talking about strange parts.
yeah, strange. So I'm saying like strange parts is so cool because he's goes into giant areas that are basically giant West End malls that are just nothing but tech supplies. Anything of like, you want those bolts for that motherboard, we have it. You want that camera for that phone that you just heard about 10 years ago, we have it. You want that crazy, I don't know, fan that you saw on the internet one time, we have it. Like, they have everything you ever wanted in those tech areas. It's freaking nuts.
Okay.
And like, it's a cool YouTube channel.
Did my mic cut out again?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, Alan's here now. We brought Alan on because we decided that everything was going to be okay. And this pro-Jared controversy, which Alan's now going to rant about for the next 15 minutes while everyone else gets high.
Actually, no, I don't. I'm not going to rant about it because all I need to say about pro Jared is he's a loser. He deserves whatever he gets. And don't cheat on your wives.
I think that's safe to say. So the same thing that everyone else is saying.
Yeah, honestly, that last one should go unsaid. But, people do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how anybody can live in China, by the way. Fuck that. Like, especially now. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. China.
I saw a thing on Reddit. There was some American children, like, begging to be like, we want to leave, but we can't. We're, like, basically held captive by the Chinese government. It's like, that's fucked.
I mean, China is right now a nation which I could best describe as the perfect communist state. And that is very depressing.
It's not really a perfect communist state.
It's an authoritarian regime.
It's an authoritarian market society with communist tendencies. That's the way to put it, because unfortunately China is like, oh god damn it, to call it communist is wrong and to call it authoritarian is wrong. It's like a mixture of like several different things.
Pretty bad.
Yep. But no, how's everyone doing this week? I'm sorry I'm late because I thought we were doing this
tomorrow I'm going to go see Detective Pikachu because I'm an adult. Yes, fuck you. And I'm doing a LAN party.
I want to see it.
I am seeing it.
I want to go see. I still need to see Endgame, which sucks. So no spoilers.
Bitch, get on it. So many people die. Like, you don't have no idea.
We can't talk about how Captain Marvel gets punched out of the movie.
We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna tell you a goddamn thing. Go see this movie.
I may or may not be lying.
I would love to, but I have things to do every weekend, which usually sucks. I mean, I would have probably went today if I knew, like, ahead of time that I wasn't doing anything. Mm-hmm. But, it was kind of a last minute thing. I was like, oh, I guess I'm free today.
Yeah. Can we talk about something that I did this week? Because I basically worked on the game this week, and I think I have a problem.
You have a problem?
Go for it.
I'm a workaholic, guys. And I bought Tetris 99's Battle Pass, which means I got the 2 pieces of DLC. So I got the best version of Tetris on my Switch.
Okay, the fact that you just said Battle Pass, Tetris, DLC in literally one sentence just makes me want to die.
So the best Battle Royale game, which there will be no other Battle Royale games that ever beats it, Tetris 99, just released their Battle Pass, which includes the Marathon mode and the 100 CPU mode. And it's exactly what you want in Tetris because it basically gives you the Marathon abilities. You can just play a Marathon mode, and it's perfect. It's the best version of Tetris to date. Here.
Interesting.
I also was looking at a new shooter this week called something. And I can't remember it off the top of my head. But, give me a second. I think I still have it in my store. Yeah, it's still in my cart. Blood Fresh Supply. Blood Fresh Supply. Which is basically... Yeah,
That's
it's basically a
the game?
Doom clone. The best Doom clone.
So one of like
Yes.
many Doom clones. Wait, is this like old style Doom clone or is this
Old
new style
style.
Doom clone? Ooh,
Battle of an army of psychopathic cultist zombies, gargoyles, hellhounds, and insatiable hosts of horrors. In quest to defeat the Technoborg swarm through 42 lonesome levels filled with more atmosphere than Lovecraftian mausoleum. So it's perfect. The greatest game ever.
I think we have different definitions of greatest games ever.
Is it Doom? Then it's great games.
No,
well, no. In my opinion, like some of the best games are like RTS games because they make you think.
I can agree with that. Although I do have to say that I just finished Persona 5, like literally like an hour before I got on, and I have to say it is definitely in the top 2 or 3 of my best games ever.
Well, then again, I've only played Persona 3.
I still haven't played Persona
Hey, man,
5
I didn't-
because it's not on Switch and I don't care.
It will be.
Then I will care.
I think it's great. I think it's a great game. So I have to say, I guess I don't know what else to say about it without
You say it's
play the game. Play the game.
no.
Play it.
Shut up and play the game. I've actually watched my friends play through it. One friend beat it, got it a week after the game released and beat it in 3 days because she had nothing to do. And my other friend, who's this big Persona fan, and I don't blame her because she gets busy, got up to a point. I don't know what point it is. She's like, I know where I am. I'm 2/3 of the way through the game. I know that. I'm at that point in the game where the big final clock starts clicking.
Mm-hmm.
So she's 2/3 of the way through the game. And my friend's like, yeah, I beat it before you. And she still hasn't beat it. And I'm like, you need to go finish the game. She's like, I'm
I
trying.
need to.
Yeah,
Is that it?
I didn't
2 years later.
buy it initially because I didn't have a PS4, and Warren got it, and I played on his PS4, and I got up to halfway, and because I was playing on his PS4, well, when I got my own PS4, I was like, well, there's no way for me to get the save now, so I guess I'll start over. And so it took me for fucking ever to chug my way through it because I was playing Siege and I was playing other games and all that stuff, so it was just
Yeah.
it kind of got pushed to the side. But then it was I need a day where I need to interact with nobody, and so I just played it
Well,
all day.
so Alan's posting memes that I posted already, such as the bracelet that will shock wearers, and the entire military is becomes Thor, and then Mechanicism. And now we're just going to post this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God damn. Yeah. I've seen that one floating around a couple times. No, yeah. Sorry, we're going to get off topic because I'm posting memes, but because I just got done with my run, so I'm kind of in a meme mood. No, I can agree with how the game is set up because I've watched some people play through it, or play some parts of it. I have yet to see anybody ever do a complete playthrough because I'm not prepared to dedicate 20 hours of my life to just watching videos. Then again, I watched somebody play through Subnautica before I played
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'll tell you right now, my total playtime for my current completion is 102 hours.
Is that because you went for every social link?
Yes, I also got the true ending.
Why would you try to get the true ending? That sounds terrible. What was the true ending, by the way? Are you going to spoil it?
No, we don't. Well, I actually want to learn it. I finally get around to playing it.
I won't say anything. I'll just say that. Wow, that's it. That's all you get. Is wow.
Actually, you haven't played Persona 3 and 4, have you?
I have played 4. I have not played 3.
I would say go back and play 3. I'd say it's a better game.
I super tried to play
It's
3, but I'm not into it. I can't do it. 4, I can't even play 4 again. The writing in 5 is just way too good. And plus, the way that it looks is also another, I can't get I can't get past 4's visuals.
That's fair. Actually, what makes it really funny is my first introduction to a Atlas game wasn't Persona, and it wasn't. It was a Shinigami Tensei game.
I think the first time I actually realized what Atlas was is I was playing the Shimigami Tensei MMO.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And then I was like, and it was like Atlas, and I'm like, huh? And then all of a sudden I saw the DS games, and I'm like, huh, these games are pretty good. So I started playing them all, and then all of a sudden I was just playing Persona 4. And
Atlas
I'm like,
has
what?
a really good. Atlas has a really good like track record.
Did Atlas make Octopath?
They have it. Octopath? I don't know what game that is. You'll have to link because, like, again, I've never heard of it, so like it might be an Atlas game because Atlas has some fucking obscure.
That's a Final Fantasy game.
No, Octopath is a Final Fantasy game. I'm stupid.
Oh, is that new one that came out on the Switch? That's supposed to be like old school Final Fantasy, and there's like tons of companions or whatever you can get.
Yep, that one. And
I don't know if I can do that. It feels like it's a little too much.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can tell you right now, people who have played it and talked about it, they're like, it's the second coming of Jesus. So
I mean,
they say it's real good. Like, it's real good.
better.
I mean, people said that about Red Dead Redemption and The Witcher, but again, I think Witcher's great and everything. I think there's a point where there's too much.
Yeah.
Because I did every side quest in the first area for Witcher before I went to Skellige, and I'm like 8 levels higher than everything I fight.
Yeah, I did the same thing. It's great.
That's how you play an RPG. You just ruffle stomp everything.
It's so boring. That makes me not want to play the game because I went there and I got my armor. And I got the armor that I wanted, the armor set that I want, and then I was just like, well, I literally two-shot everything I touch. This is dumb.
That's how you Witcher.
You know what game?
That's how you be a good Witcher.
You know what?
Well, I mean, there's no point to like explore the rest of the mechanics of the game. I don't use potions. I don't use any of the other like buffs or stuff. I literally just have it set up so I can just smash the X button and then mash the A button and I win.
I like to think in the lore in my head that the Witcher's so good that's all he has to do is smash the A button and mash the X button.
That's pretty much it.
I actually, well, no, that's not entirely true. If you look at the opening, the opening title scene where like he fights that witch, that's him at like one of his peak points in the game. That's like mid game, and he's still struggling. And I'm like, So in other words, what the game should be is a scaling game, so that the level of the enemies around you scales with, so that they're like within one level of on average. So you don't get the.
I think it's just the game is probably not meant to be played on normal.
That too, I can entirely believe that as well, because the way that again, I haven't been able to play The Witcher because like it's on my list. It's on my list to play along with Metro 2033.
I still have to play through those. I have to play through all of them.
But the thing with like modern Western RPGs, with the exception of with true open world RPG like Skyrim, Oblivion, stuff like that. Yeah, well, I'll be back up in a minute. All right. But the thing is that they've got a lot of them tend to go for very story driven, which means you tend to follow along a main path and then do side quests branching off as you stumble upon them. They're not like they're meant for you to go back to finish all the side quests once you finish the story, which is why things like Skyrim, Oblivion, what else?
Just name another Bethesda game like Fallout.
No, there's another open world game that because none of the like as much as I like the Fallout games, a lot of the Fallout games are the thing is with the Fallout and Oblivion is while they have scaling leveling that like they level the scale the enemies equivalent to you, so that it remains difficult constantly. In Fallout, because the main storyline is so
Broken.
just well, Fallout 4's main storyline is so broken, but the problem is as you go along the main storyline, you branch off into side quests. You branch. It's like a tree, to the point where it's like I'm not sure which is the main quest, because there's like 4 or 5. Like as you like, I finished the main quest. There's 4 side quests and the main quests, and then you go get to the next main quest. 5 more side quests pop up. Get to the main, 5 more, and that's not including all the other ones that just kind of like you might just stumble upon. And that's the problem with like Fallout 4, 3, and New Vegas is you stumble upon a lot of side quests. And same with Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind. I'm not going to say the MMO because I haven't played the MMO, and I'm hoping that Griffins show up in wherever we go next in the next main Elder Scrolls game. But the problem is, like with most modern Western RPGs, like Mass Effect, like that's the thing is like a lot of them aren't scaling because they prefer you to go down the main story quest and then snap back and go back and do all the side quests. Then you're like, yeah, it breathes, they're done, just do them. That's what I think. What the problem with Witcher is The Witcher doesn't have scaling mechanics, which I feel like that should be the way it should be done. Like to the point where, like, yeah, if you do all the side quests in the area, you'll be maybe a level overpowered.
Well, personally,
So, like,
I don't like scaling because there hasn't been a game that's done scaling properly yet.
Yeah, I can agree. No, that's the thing. Is like it's the best of the 2 options, but at the same time, it has its flaws.
But I do like if you're like out exploring and then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, there's an enemy that is a skull and will one-shot me. I should run away. That's more interesting to me than just being like, because I know this is a problem with World of Warcraft right now where everything is scaled.
Yeah.
I don't think that if I'm level 60 and I go to a zone that used to be level 10 should pose threat to me. If I have 60 levels of experience, that goddamn Defiance Cutthroat shouldn't be giving me any freaking issue. Okay? That's how life is, okay? Scaling is bullshit.
Except if that's the case, then I hate to break it to you, life is still going to fuck you up in one shot. Remember, if you're gonna go by like, no matter how good you are, a single fuck up should still kill you.
Yeah, which is fine.
And like again, I'm not saying like it should be like, oh yeah, it should be easily done, or like scaling should be like always consistent part against you. It should be scaling as you progress through the areas. If you're within a level parameter for the area, the levels will tune to you. But once you finish, let's say, the main story campaign and stuff like that, I'd say all the areas are locked. Like, before you finish the main story, the level area scales with you. Then once you finish the main storyline, everything snaps back to the approximate level it should be. So let's say, with The Witcher, good example. You beat through the first area, beat through the second, you get to the main campaign. And you go back to the first area. Everybody's level 1, 2, 3. You're like, fuck, these are pansies. I can boop, boop, boop. Oh, look at that. I'm going to pop your head from over here because I'm just that good.
Well, the only problem with that is that there's like level 20 quests and like level 30 quests in that area. So it's just like there's too much area to not overload. I don't know. The way they designed the game was fine. It's just, I guess, it's you to turn up the difficulty and stop being a bitch about it. But it's just, as on normal, it is unentertaining, and I cannot bring myself to continue playing it.
That's fair. No, I will say, like, my best example for an RPG out there is technically one of the biggest sinners for it because it's Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy isn't bad.
Like, here's the thing. Like, that's the thing about Western RPGs and Japanese RPGs. Like, they're two different things. Japanese are very heavy story driven with like side quests. Like, they're there. Oh, there's a side. Oh, there's a side. I found 5 out of maybe like the 50 that are in the game. but like the main quest is what you're powering on through, and all the side quests you have to do is give you like, oh, here's some extra stuff to help you with the quest. Whereas the side quests with Western RPGs, they're their own pocket stories in the main quest. So you get, I want to go do this more. You go find another side. They're almost like an addiction.
Yeah, well, they're designed in order to pad out the game, and that's kind of one of the bigger problems with them is that because they're designed to pad out the game, they're more sort of like fulfilled and filled out and stuff like that. Like after some point in time, you kind of have to give it a little bit two shits about the person who has like 20,000 people murdering each other because they could, or you have to care about the person whose wife is being cheated, raped gruesomely, or you have to care about the dwarf whose entire blacksmithing shop has just burned down by his best mate because he was drunk and bitter.
You're literally describing Dungeons and Dragons right now.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, Dragon Age, Pathfinder, any tabletop RPG.
You're literally describing every tabletop RPG in a nutshell right there. Just like random NPC gives quests and it leads to something crazy.
And, like legit. Like I play in campaigns. And I've hosted some campaigns, and I put forward like some random NPC who I gave like a passing name and I gave him a quick little brief description of what he was. And the people have like dragged some NPCs off on quests, and holy shit, the stories I've heard about people dragging NPCs off. It's hilarious. It's great. And this of the way like some of these people are like, yeah, this dwarf got dragged off by this NPC group. They went off on this huge, amazing quest, and he came back to town loaded with riches and experience, and he became like a lord because of it. And I told him, it's like, yeah, no. So you guys want to know what happened? You guys want to know what happened to you guys? Do you want to know what happened to so and so? And they're like, we want to hear so and so first because he was a hero for us. He stuck with us the whole way. So they'd hear about the NPC before they heard about themselves. I'm like, why do you attach this character? He had like a passing name, and like that's a problem for like dungeon masters and game masters.
Oh yeah, dungeon masters usually have to go through that shit. It's hilarious.
It's so annoying to you. You're like, he's not even important to the game. Leave him alone. He just wants to run his shop. I guess he's going with you guys now. Fuck.
Or it's like in my case where they try to rescue a guy and they accidentally forget that he's in the blast zone of an AoE spell and they liquefy his brain.
Wait, that actually happened?
Oh boy.
Yeah. There was a room full of zombies and they like poured out and they had left the guy like basically like he became catatonic because like he was tortured or whatever. So they wrapped him up in like a bedroll and like was carrying them on their back. And they sent him down to fight. And they forgot that they left him in the middle of the room when they went to like explore the closer rooms. And one of the closer rooms was just full of zombies. And so the zombies come pouring out of the door. And they thundering wave the zombies, but they forgot that in that cone towards that door is that poor gnome that they tried to save. And because he's a civilian, he only has like 4 HP. Well, I don't know if you know what Thunder Wave does. It's like 5d6 or something.
Yep.
I think they liquefied his entire body, not just his brain.
So they basically murdered him. This poor innocent gnome.
Yep.
By accident, yes.
It sounds like something I would do.
Hey man, collateral damage happens. That's for damn sure.
I mean, I would do it intentionally. That's my big thing.
You are a murder hobo and I don't like you.
I love murder hobos when they're done right. And what I mean by that is when the party actually has a moral compass in them, such as a paladin or a cleric.
Oh, that just causes strife for me usually.
Hi.
Oh no, it has to be that. The reason why is you have to get somebody who knows what they're doing as a paladin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the problem is like I know how to play a paladin. I know how to be like Cassadin when I have to be and confrontation when I have to be, and that's the point. Is a paladin is you have a code and stuff like that, but you're also trying to work with this party to do the better, greater good. But the problem is, a lot of people do paladins lawful stupid. Oh, you're breaking law. I have to stop. No, stop. You're not playing paladin. But that's you being stupid. Stop.
Play paladin where you play by the rules, but then you also like at the end of the day you're still like trying to help people.
So rate my new character then that I made last week. It's a lawful evil oath of conquest, I believe, paladin.
It's either conquest or fury if he's a paladin of lawful.
Yeah, it's conquest.
So about that sounds appropriate for what he is.
We could talk about. Oh, actually, no.
Do we want to talk about Final Fantasy? And
I didn't see the trailer.
so
and I honestly can't care.
They showed the trailer, and it's got Aerith in it, and everybody on the internet's like, if this game looks as good as this trailer, we're not going to be ready for when you disappear in 15 hours, Aerith. Please don't do this to us again.
Do it. It will be hilarious. Probably be the only time I.
And that's the thing. Like they've like that was what the entire trailer is like. Hello, how are you? Are you okay? That's all she says. That's looks like one of her first lines you hear of her ever in game. Is that, and they use that to like hit the crowd because everybody knows. No, Aerith, we're not okay. Please, just don't stay home. Be the precious cinnamon bun. Be safe.
Don't
please.
be like Tifa.
Please
don't fight like Tifa.
Well, she's the party healer, so she's not supposed to fight. If you're using her to fight, you're doing something very wrong.
Unless you're playing Final Fantasy X, where you can make everybody do everything because the Spear Grid is dumb.
Because the Spear Grim is dumb, but it's amazing at the same time. You're like, yes, I'm going to make this work somehow. However, at the same time, Final Fantasy X had the problem of it didn't translate well over to
No,
it didn't.
No, it didn't. You have to play that game in Japanese.
You do. Oh.
Like, be a weeb, turn on the subtitles, suck it up. As much as I love the English voice acting, because they got some talent in there, and like some people manage to deliver their lines very well, but like it's just.
And which
you need
Final Fantasy X talking about?
Yes.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Everything about this is fucked up.
I think that's probably one of the first like long form Japanese MMOs I played, so I have a special connection with that game. It's probably the one that made me feel the most. But you know,
oh no, I love that game. That was my first Final Fantasy. But I will freely admit, oh my god, the English voice acting. However, and the Spear Grid. Oh my god, like when you first get introduced to it, you're like, oh,
what's his name that you also everybody ignored? The blue cat dude?
Yeah, because he gets introduced so late. And like you don't get anything good for him until like really late game. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not putting the effort into it. I put the effort into it because I actually enjoyed using it because I replaced Titus. And I used Yuna, him, and either Waku or Riku. Swap them. And I put Morgana and Titus, and there's one more character in that group that I keep.
Auron.
Yep, Auron. Fuck yeah.
How do you forget Auron? The most iconic character that everybody loved.
As much as I liked him, I didn't like you.
Oh my god! I love how hard he just smashed everything. I built him just for pure damage. I just love seeing like him just doing 1,000 more damage than everybody else. I'm just like, this is why I love you.
This is why you're my favorite.
You are the best boy, and let me tell you how best of a boy you are.
But that was the thing is like he the tiger guy, the blue boy,
Kamari.
He thank you, Kamari. He could dish out damage, but the problem is like again, you get him after Auron.
And you have to grind monsters to get him to even be useful.
Yeah. And that's the problem, is like he takes so long to get stuff out of him. But when you get stuff out of him, holy shit, dude, does he work. He's just like, he's another Arin. He doesn't do as much damage, but his is like, yeah, no, I have magic and I'm a damage outer. You're like,
Oh shit!
okay.
I never played Final Fantasy X. I haven't really played Final Fantasy games.
Although
The thing was, when I actually beat the game, I started it over again, like I did with Persona. I literally did the same thing I did with Persona with that game. I started it, and I got so far, I'm like, I'm starting over because I forgot what happens. So I start over,
Yeah.
and I know that he's coming up, and I'm just like, I experimented with him, and I hate him. I'm not even going to touch him. And then, of course, then you realize near the end of the game that there's a mandatory one-on-one fight with that character, and you're just like,
fuck.
kill me. But they knew that people would probably not want to play this character. And if you do not touch him, you fight equal level opponents.
Thank God.
So
Yeah.
you level 1 versus level 1, and then that's it. And I'm like, thank you.
I know the one fun thing I used to do in that game was you sometimes there's a rare item that you can switch positions on the sphere grid. So if one character was like in sphere grid, I don't know, top left corner, you can switch to sphere grid with someone else in top bottom right corner. And like no matter where.
No, you had to build your way around the sphere.
Yeah, well,
Like you eventually got every character with every skill in the game if you grinded it correctly. And it was won't lie, it was great doing that, because you're like, yeah, I'm just like when Sin pops up on the map, that is your moment. Like, yeah, no, you don't go near him until you are maxed everything. You have all the divine beasts, and then you go after him, because then you just one shot him, and it's great.
the one thing I love doing though was flipping Auron's position on the grid with Yuna's position on the grid. It made it so funny because it made Auron so weak. It made Yuna so powerful with her staff. Just bong, dead. Just bong, dead. Fucking just a limp swish with the staff is like 10,000. You're like, oh, that's pretty good.
You also gotta love that just fighting Sid at the end, you just throw money at him and you win.
Oh, that's so good. If you just collect enough of it, yeah, that's so good.
I almost bought Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X 2.
When you're not speaking of 10 too?
That's just a different game.
Okay, well, that's here's the thing. Actually, I get a bit of a laugh at it. Is in Japan it was loved. That game is loved in Japan. And the reason why it's not loved over here in the West is because it's got that idol girl concept. And that doesn't sit well with the West. Well, at the time when it came out, it didn't really sit well. Because it came out on the PS2 back when, Final Fantasy had established itself with 7, 8, and 9, and effectively memed itself pretty well with 10. 10-2 was this odd child that just kind of came out of a divorce and was way too happy for what it was doing. Like, I'm concerned. I need to take you to a psychologist. Happy. And that is the idol girl scenes mixed with this really, really dark undertone of death, resurrection, and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is not this. The tones conflict. Stop in the name of the law. But I have played it, and it's not bad. It is, I would say out of all the Final Fantasies I've played, because I've played 10, 14? Yeah, 14, because that's the MMO. I've played the one with Lightning in it. I've seen somebody play through that one, both games.
Oh god, that one was just not fun.
I only watched them play through the first opening season. I will say that the mechanics work, but the problem is the story does not. The second one, the story works, but the mechanics don't work.
Who thought it was a good idea? All right, let's just pair off characters for the first 20 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like what happened with Odyssey.
God, dude, that was just kill. Okay, so I think the who was supposed to be the main character wasn't Lightning at first. It was supposed to be that fucking pink hair chick.
Yeah, like Lightning or Snow or whatever her name is. Like,
Oh God, what's her
know who
name?
we're
She was
talking
with the
about.
black guy at the end of the first half. And I do not like her. I think she's the fucking worst character. I don't like Snow either. The fucking guy or whatever. He's also like supposed to be like a main character. Like, I don't like any of those characters. They're all terrible. Even Lightning is terrible in my opinion, and she's the best of the bunch.
Yep. However, apparently in the second game they get better.
Well, if I'm not playing the first game, what makes you think I'm playing the second one?
Mhm.
I don't know, because you have a completionist thing that you want to actually finish this shit.
The only completionist thing I want to do right now is Persona.
Yeah.
That is fair. But that is one of the things that I found with like like 10-2 is not the weakest, but it is very close to being the weakest in the gameplay for story and gameplay wise, because it just everything about it is off, and it's the reason why it's kind of like an unremembered game in the Final Fantasy series. Technically, Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 are also forgotten games, even though they're fantastic. And I would strongly recommend people go back and look at like if they find like any remakes, or I think there's a couple remakes out there, original 1, 2, 3, and Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3. I think they got a few of them out there. They got Crystal Chronicles, which is another good game, but like even though that one was supposed to be a multiplayer game, yes, that didn't work.
Wait, is that the one that's on the GameCube where you can use? No, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the one?
That is the one where you can play with friends.
Yeah, and you have to use the Game Boy adapter, right?
Yeah.
I remember that game. I played the shit out of that game.
Because it's so fun. Like you're like, I don't need friends. Then you realize you don't really need friends.
Did you ever play any of the Tales games? Because I'm thinking of the GameCube reminds me of Tales of Symphonia.
Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Symphonia, and stuff like that. Yeah, I've played Tales of Symphonia. I think I'm playing right now.
Okay,
I have it for the PS one, but like I love them. They are fantastic.
So,
I love the character moments.
me and Warren, when we first met, all we had was like a GameCube between the two of us. And like, I think we had Xbox too, but we played GameCube together a lot. And we had Tales of Symphonia. I think our final clear number of Tales of Symphonia was 73.
73 hours?
73 playthroughs.
Oh god, I can believe that.
And that was just one of our save files. We had another one at like 6 or something. But we were going for like the 100%, like unlock everything, like in the buying of the EX thing. It was ridiculous. We would literally go into a new game and we'd just be like, we just autopilot it because we'd one shot everything because of the bonuses you get. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, I got another.
We were restarting just to restart for shits and giggles at that point.
Jeff's like, I want to go. Jeff's like, I want to go together, guys.
I got a new topic for you guys. So the Super S recently was co-opted into a white supremacist symbol.
What?
It means
The what?
the Super S.
Super S?
Oh, that thing that everybody used to draw back in middle school?
Oh, that thing?
Yep.
Oh my god.
There's so many different names and
Super S.
I remember when that started like
Oh my
cropping up,
god.
and I had no idea what people were doing, and I kept like, what is this? How do you do this? And nobody would tell me.
oh yeah, exactly. No one would ever tell you.
You draw 6 lines and 2 lines of and 2 rows of 3.
Yeah, I know, but I know now, but back then I didn't, and it was like, it was really like this weird exclusionary thing, and it was really
Has
frustrating.
4chan won? Because they can basically do anything.
Yes.
Maybe one day they'll make something for good.
I'm not gonna lie. If anything's gonna happen with 4chan, it's gonna be good that comes out of it. They're gonna be the ones who find the cure for cancer.
I would not be
Weren't they the
surprised.
ones that got people to think that the OK symbol was a white supremacist thing?
Yes. As a YouTuber who I watched, Aiden Paladin, every time she brings that up, every time she brings up 4chan creating the meme of the OK side meaning white power, she refers to 4chan as a Mongolian basket weaving form.
Jeez.
And oh my god, they are the ones who did it, and they did it with another one with It's Okay to Be White. They did it with Milk. They've done it with so many things, and like recently the clown controversy where like they made a green clown icon, which is basically Pepe. They're like, yeah, no, we're gonna troll him again. They're making a clown, either a hate symbol, or we're just gonna be like doing things, and then they fell for it again.
They win every
Holy
single time.
shit.
It's scary.
How are they? How are people this stupid?
I blame the current learning structure
Good point.
and internet. Mostly internet.
Yep.
God, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Exactly.
Well, shit sucks to be you, buddy.
Maybe it's time to go to Mars.
Well, you know what's on?
Hey, apply to send a letter to Elon Musk. I will go with you.
You know, the
Saying,
only
like,
problem
yeah,
is
Will.
they would look at me and he'd be like, "Sorry, you literally took up the seat of 3 people." I'm like, "Oh."
Nah. There's nothing that going to the gym can't work out for you. Just go for runs. That's what I'm doing. This is a bad idea, isn't it?
I think if you saw
depends on
me,
what you're
you'd
gonna
understand why that's not gonna happen anytime
You just
soon.
go for walks then.
You can well, that's the thing is like if you convince Elon Musk to pay for your sizing down, I don't see a problem with that.
And besides, why would you want to go to Mars? All they have is cum and joke mines.
Oh, yeah, plus there'd be no internet on Mars. Fuck that. I need my internet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like you wouldn't be able to do anything with the internet, but they'll have like connection to you from NASA and stuff like that. They could be like, hey, so here's some new video game.
Here's a transformer that is Thomas the Tank Engine, motherfucker.
No, I hate to break it to a lot of people, but so remember how a couple weeks ago Notre Dame burned and stuff like that? And how people were complaining that all that money went to Notre Dame instead of going to world hunger or ending pollution or whatever stuff like that, finding a cure for cancer. I got a bit of a giggle out of it because all these people are also like, yes, Endgame's won all this stuff. And I think my favorite response to that was like, man, what was it, like $30 billion could have totally gone to ending world hunger or world poverty or the global warming issues. And one of the persons just responded, it's like, wow, you sound pretentious. Like, yeah, that's what you sounded like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jesus Christ. The savage. But no, what else?
Also, all those things that they suggest donating to cannot be solved with that level of donation.
Money. There's no infrastructure there to solve those problems. I hate to break it to you. Same with cancer. I don't think we're ever going to get rid of cancer. I think cancer is going to be a thing that sticks with.
We'll probably get better at treating it to the point to where like it won't be.
Oh yeah, no. What we need to do is get to the point where we can treat it really easy. But we're never going to be able to defeat cancer.
Yeah, no.
Cancer is
because
cancer is it's a mutation. It's a mutation. It's a mutation in the cell. Unless you're going to stop your cells from mutating, which is a bad idea. Don't do that. Stop. It's going to lead to problems down the line. And for the most part, it won't be too bad as long as, I suspect we'll be able to get to the point where we'll be able to.
We'll get to the point where you will
deal with all the problems.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's the problem with entropy. You can't defeat it.
Whatever. What else happened this week?
Oh, I'm just sharing a tweet. That's stupid.
Oh, what is this tweet? I'm gonna read it out loud. I'm gonna read it out loud. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh
It's
boy!
also-
Fellow
this is-
American makes a list of things wrong with America. Me, that's fair. A non-American has a single criticism.
Me, a freaking distorted sound clip
I'm not
from
gonna hear you
fucking.
badmouth the greatest democracy
Oh
in
my
the world.
God, that's great.
It's just
Jesus
it's
Christ.
super fucking distorted, so it's just loud as shit. It's just
Oh no. So actually, what makes this really funny is me and my buddy were actually talking about this about the United States. It's a constant thing that we just noticed when we were discussing this. Is whenever the United States goes into another country and establishes like a new democracy and stuff like that, you notice they never like establish like put in their own style of democracy where it's like it's got the president, the Senate, and the Congress, where all three are elected at different times and all are separate from each other to like differentiate powers. To like, you notice they never put that kind of system in, as well as the electoral system or how the voting system works, like how it does in America. None of that gets installed in these countries. It's almost like, as much as I love America, as much as I like the American electoral system, at the same time, I know its flaws. Well, I now understand why they don't put it in. It's almost like the reason why they almost prefer to do a more British style and more French style of how they do their elections.
Mm-hmm.
Because their shit's convoluted and hardly works.
No, it's not that it doesn't work.
I said
It's just
hardly.
that. Well, that's fair. It's just that it's different, and it does work, but at the same time it can be broken easy. The problem is that people can gerrymander really easy compared to up here in Canada, where we have
We're starting to fix it.
No, like Canada is really hard to gerrymander as is, and the few areas that are gerrymandered, Ontario, Quebec. Well, mostly Quebec, because Quebec
basically
is weird.
The election is basically decided by Ontario and Quebec, and then it's the only thing that Alberta and the rest of the provinces determine is.
Well, it's because we go by population proportion laws, which is the correct way to do it. But the problem is because so much of the population is locked into Quebec and Ontario. Because believe it or not, not a lot of people from Quebec move out of Quebec. A lot of people from Ontario, while they might move around, it's not much. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is like we don't have gerrymandering. We have disproportional representation based on 2 provinces out of the 13?
Yeah.
14?
Yeah, you're right. Anyways, I think that it's time for us to go to bed, so that way then we can do things and sleep. Alan.
This is all your fault.
Alan.
Northwest none of it. 13. Yeah, we have 13. We have 13 provinces.
Alan, did you not hear what I said?
Yes. No, I heard you. We have to go to bed. I'm tired. I have to go for a shower because I got to run right before I jump.
Also, I'm pretty sure politics is putting me to sleep.
me too.
Fuck off.
Good night.
Right. So,
I can put you guys to sleep with a history
thank you for listening to the Black Mind Podcast, episode 199. Next week will be episode 200.
We're almost there. Oh, baby, I can feel the load approaching. Oh, yeah. Celebrating 200.
Oh, no.
You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podme.com. You can also listen to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Thank you everyone for joining us, and have a good night. Bye.
Me.
Thank you for listening.
Bed.
What?
Like an old person.
Oh no. I hope he's feeling okay. I hope he's actually feeling okay, because he was talking about being a little bit down. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh dear. I am so surprised in the War of the Spark Magic the Gathering stuff. Mm-hmm. They made a white thrumming bird that's better than the regular thrumming bird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy better. Like, it's a spirit. It proliferates if it hits a player or planeswalker. And it's a spirit. Because that actually
This
is
is why
way
I don't play
better.
Magic anymore.
Because you're like, fuck ton of spirit decks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is my mic not getting picked up now? Hello? Do you hear me?
Am I...
Oh, somebody died.
Hello?
Hi. Yeah, we can hear you.
For some reason, Discord wasn't picking up my mic anymore.
Is your internet poopy?
His internet's poopy.
It should be.
Okay, hold on. I got a solution. Server setting. US Central. Cease.
Hopefully, yeah, it should be loud enough. What?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes? You're kind of not actually saying anything, it seemed like.
Well,
Uh,
I could hear someone for a second, and they bleep out for some reason.
I hear
Oh, there we are.
him. I hear you.
okay. Go to your settings.
Mic gang.
Yeah, change your settings.
It seems like you're cutting out the very last thing you're saying.
Yeah.
And you seem very, very quiet.
Why am I suddenly quiet? What the fuck?
This happened all of a sudden.
What the actual fuck?
Fucking Discord, I
is it
swear to
quiet?
God, it
It's not
just
quiet here.
loves to change your settings for no reason.
I don't understand what the fuck is happening.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you said I don't under, and then you just cut.
Alright, how about now?
Way better.
Alright, for some reason, Windows turns it all the way down. Oh, now I'm way too fucking loud. God fucking damn it. Hang
You're
on, let me
actually,
fix
on
it.
my end, you're really good.
It's super loud in Audacity. Like, super loud.
Oh, Jeff will fix it.
Don't say that. Just turn it down.
Don't, no,
How
shut
do I turn
up.
it down for just Audacity, or do I have to turn it down on Windows again?
There's a mic gain option up top.
Oh, I see it. There. I put it to 0.7.
Not
There
quite,
we go. That should be good.
not quite 50%. Not
Yeah, I don't know
quite
why
80.
Windows loves to do that to me. They'll just be like, "Hey, let's turn this mic all the way down."
How do we
'cause
fuck
fuck you.
with Ben today? I'm sure he won't mind.
It really feels like with I think Windows 10, they just love to fuck your settings. Just
I might have hit a hotkey or something.
maybe. But man, like a lot of cases with people is just like, I just literally turned on something and then turns out my settings were fucked. It's like, that's crazy. I don't know why that would freaking keep happening over and over.
Yeah.
I don't know where this should go, but I feel the need to link it to you all.
Could be worse.
Sony's piece of shit.
You know, I'll
What is
put
this?
it in Noah's server because there we
You
go.
mean my
That-
server?
Okay, your server.
We're
Everyone's server?
everyone's server with the dank memes have hair on fire. Technology advanced so much that it'll have house robots and space traveling 2018. We have such advanced technology, like putting things between Asian people's butt cheeks.
Do you ever see that old meme video of the guy throwing the laptop at the other dude and he catches it with his butt cheeks?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Clearly, they're too powerful. Thus, they've been studying the clapping of their ass cheeks.
Jeez.
It's been alerting my senpai. Fucking, I am just getting more and more grossed out of the photoshopping Sonic the Hedgehog from the fucking trailer into a fucking goth girl.
Oh god, fucking Shadman did it.
Like
Christ.
it's fucking just it's It's a little too good. It's a little too good.
Well, perfect. It's like, damn it.
When it's your income to do that kind of shit, I can understand how you can do it well.
Doesn't change anything.
Not really.
Yeah. I just like my new profile picture, which is so perfect. My new profile picture, the Ugandan Knuckles. There's also last week's episode image. Should we sync and then do things?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, so sync in 3, 2, 1.